Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Welcome back to another Fox Valley picking video. As per usual, we have 5 matchups, we have 1 crossover, and we have a game of the week. For this week, I'm not going to be going over the crossover first because it is the game of the week. However, I am going to go over winless Hampshire, who is hosting 1-7 McHenry. Now, McHenry last week got their first win of the season against Crystal Lake Central, and they surprised me because I think I picked Central in order, or I think I picked Central to win that game, but they ended up not. So yeah, but Hampshire is hosting, and will they use this last opportunity to actually win a game? No, I don't think so. I think McHenry is a little bit too good for Hampshire. I mean, both teams are bad, but it. I mean, what's the point if or what? How is Hampshire gonna win if McHenry is clearly better and Hampshire is really bad? I mean, they've had such a shitty season. I can't believe it, but. Yeah, they're not going to win on this last opportunity. They're going to go winless this entire season. Next matchup is going to be 5-3 Jacobs, who will be visiting 2-6 Crystal Lake Central. Jacobs lost their game last week, I believe, to South. I think that's who they played. But Central also lost, and they lost to McHenry. This is going to be an interesting game. It's another game with losing teams, but for this one, I'm going to pick Jacobs to actually beat Crystal Lake Central. Although Jacobs has a 4-game losing streak, I think they're going to snap that tonight and go 4-5 on the season. Next matchup is Huntley, who is 5-3, who will be hosting 4-4 Dundee Crown. And Dundee Crown just came off of a win against Hampshire, I think. I'm sorry, I'm unsure because I forgot who played last week, but I'm a little pressed for time, so I can't really look up who played who, but Dundee Crown won last week, and Huntley lost to Naperville North, who's actually 2-5 or 3-5 now. So this is going to be an interesting game. I want to pick Dundee Crown. I really, really want Dundee Crown to win this game. However, I don't think they will. I feel like Huntley is very good at home, and plus they have turf field to their advantage. So I pick Huntley over Dundee Crown, but I will be happy if Dundee Crown wins the game. Next, I have Prairie Ridge 6-2, who will be visiting Crystal Lake South, who is 5-3. This is another interesting matchup. Prairie Ridge, I think, has been good all season, except for their last-second loss to Huntley and their loss to Cary Grove. At some point, Prairie Ridge was up 2 touchdowns against Cary Grove, but at halftime the score was 14-0 or 14-7. But Cary Grove scored 3 unanswered and beat them 21-14. So there's that. South is on a 2-game winning streak. I'd be interested to see if South wins this game, but I don't think they will. I think Prairie Ridge is gonna come in and they're gonna beat Crystal Lake South. Last matchup is the crossover and the game of the week. We have Naperville Central 6-2 versus Cary Grove 8-0. and Cary Grove is playing at home, and I think even though Naperville Central is 6-2, they play in a much bigger conference with a lot bigger schools, and they play in a really tough conference. And I'm not saying that the Fox Valley isn't tough. I'm just saying that both teams play in a tough conference. I think Naperville Central plays in an even tougher conference. So this is going to be a very interesting game. I think it's going to be close. If Ben McDonald can get hot, then he's going to run over Naperville Central. I'd be interested to see what happens, but I have Cary Grove winning in a close one. I think they have a lot of good players who can actually play. I mean, Naperville Central again is a good team, but when Cary Grove players get hot, they freaking dominate. And plus, Cary Grove has home field advantage, and they have natural grass, and Naperville Central has turf, so that's going to be something that Cary Grove plays to their advantage. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, what I'm gonna do for this last part of the show is based on my picks, I'm gonna see who makes the playoffs. Now, we have Crystal Lake South and Prairie Ridge who will be making it. Crystal Lake South will be an at-large team if they lose to Prairie Ridge, but if they beat them, then both PR and Crystal Lake South will clinch. We have Cary Grove, who pretty much clinched their playoff berth about 2 weeks ago, and Huntley, if they win tonight, then they clinch their playoff berth. But if they lose, then both them and Dundee Crown will both be playoff at-large teams. So we have a possibility of having 5 teams from our conference, or from the Fox Valley Conference, competing in the playoffs. I would love to see that. I hope that Dundee Crown will be able to beat Huntley, but obviously I picked against them. Dundee Crown could make the playoffs with a 4-5 record, but they'd have to be conference champions. So I think that there will be at least 4 teams, but at most 5 teams. I'd be interested to see what happens. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Happy regular season finale to you all, and I'll see you guys next week when we're in the playoffs.